Okay, round 2. I'm not going to do any kind of editing in between. So I'm not gonna, like, cut off the fact that, like, you know, I have to boot up the fucking game or whatever. You're just gonna have to deal with those extra 10 seconds.
Let's hear it.
You know, because I don't have any video editing programs or anything like that. I should probably turn down... turn that down slightly. I'm gonna turn down effects slightly, because they're a little bit overwhelming. But yeah, I'll leave it like that. But yeah, I'm not a very tech-savvy person, so Morrowind in particular is pretty buggy, and I can't just, like, hit the Windows key or whatever the fuck and, like, pop up the menu so I can get out of the full screen or whatever the fuck like I would normally. It'll just crash the game. So I have to do it like this. And, like I said, you just have to do it. Anyway, we are now free to wander. And I know exactly what I'm up to first. The very first thing we're going to do is, of course, wander blindly into a swamp and start picking mushrooms that we find on trees. I will be heading back to Seyda Neen after doing a small circuit, but... Let's see, Bungler's Bane, that's all Bungler's Bane. Need one of these. Run. Just want to give myself enough time to heal that fatigue. So, Violet, Coprins, gonna need one of those. I think that's all 4 of mine. Nope, I need Hypophagia. Or Hypophasia. Fascia. How sad. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for this service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I've worked out all of the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without the terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success. You could have just made, like, a spell to help deal with the nausea. Anyway. Nice underwear. Flawless. Anyway. Times like this, you're like, maybe I should have made destruction a major skill. Nah. Thank you. Ugh. Oh. Yeah! Love... They do not have the dispose of corpse option in the Xbox version of this game. Just another fun fact. So the body was just like there until it disappeared. Okay. There's another mud crab. There you go. Thank you. Oh, to blindly swim into the water. Maybe I'll do that later. Or maybe I'll leave it. Since I do want to come back to this area later. I have a friend that wants to commentate with me as I play these games, and I have hopes that I'll be able to stream it and record it while we have a call together. Oh, come on. Oh, no, right. I might be in trouble. Nah, I'm fine. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna save under 1. I might want to do spot. No. I was hoping I could just do a touch spell. Well, so long as it's not a bone walker or whatever behind there. It sounds like it's a fucking ghost. Steal. I would not be robbing tombs and shit if I lived in a world with real ghosts. Oh, it's a bone walker. Ugh. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. The apprentice. That's my long blade. 5. You know, I'm not entirely confident I can do this. I think I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to hit this dude. Pondskipper. Alright, so I'm gonna do something I don't want to do, and... oh, come on. I'm gonna take a little nap in a haunted tomb. And hope that I don't get jumped. Yay! That's a wonderful thing, so we're gonna go with a nice save. I'm not gonna try to save scum too much, or have an unsportsmanlike approach to this game. I plan on really only using console commands when absolutely necessary, since... ah! I was not expecting to be right there. I wonder if he has fire resist. I honestly don't know. I guess having a target spell was a good thing. Take. Anyway, Bone Walker. I guess a Bone Walker is kind of like a flesh golem. I'm not really sure. It's definitely undead. Disarm. Alright. Inventory's a ring, which gives us a sweet... it's a nice rare item. I believe it's one of the things that we can give to the Museum of Curiosities, or whatever the fuck it's called, later on in Morrowind. Like a relic. But it gives us permanent, constant effect. Or not permanent, I guess if it take it off it's not permanent. Cool. But, constant effect Fortify Intelligence and Willpower, 10 points on self, which is a nice little boost, and will help us out quite a bit. So, that's that. And nothing not good. And yeah, give you that back. No need to hang on to every key I find. Okay, so I'm gonna switch back to Frostbite, which is just fine. I don't believe that any of the elements have any additional effects like they do in Skyrim. Like frost makes people slower, and spark also does magic damage. So there's like strategic reasons to use them beyond just like elemental resistances. I think it's just elemental resistances. So just have a nice variety of things, really, is the lesson. So that way. Yeah, kind of a weird thing. Sometimes I'll just slide down like a hill or whatever, and I'll have trouble getting back up. It's real finicky about this jumping in this PC version. And I don't really know if that's an inherent thing or if that's because of, you know... Oh yeah, it's Processus Vitellius. Of course he was fucking dead in the swamp. Not face down, he was face up. But yeah, very notably, found a corpse while traveling near Seyda Neen. He's carrying a parchment with what looks like tax records, and he also had 200 gold on his body. Let's see. Let me take a wild fucking guess at who the killer is. Let's see. Ariel. That's a lot of money. So, we immediately, of course, zero in on all the ones that haven't paid yet, and who owes the most is Foreign Gilmeth. So he's my first guess. At least he was back in the day, and of course, very shockingly, I'm 100% on the money. But for now, we're gonna report it and pretend like this is all really shocking. Fargoth, I found a dead body.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
Fargoth, I found a dead body. Murder. Found his body, huh? Well, it's up to you what to do with that information. I suppose so Cutius Urgala in the Census and Excise office would be the one to tell if that's your inclination. Okay. Pretty casual attitude to your, you know, local tax collector. I guess he's a tax collector, but it's like, dude's dead. You saw him like every day. An officer. Yeah, he has the same
Go ahead, stranger.
answer for me. Alright. He'll also tell me basically the same thing. I gotta start walking.
What's this then?
Murder. Okay, what a waste. Processus was a good man. I'd been wondering why we hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he'd collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. So, if we say no, and we just keep the money, this quest chain just ends right here. But if we give the money now, there's a higher reward later on. I know I'm like metagaming here, but it's important for the early game. Not that 200 seconds is going to make or break me. So, knowing that, I could go along with it and we find out, you know, the whole story. Like, there's a chick at the lighthouse, and she's, like, in a relationship with him, and actually, like, wants his ring or whatever the fuck back. But I don't think, especially given the way that he knows we answered these questions earlier. Nope, he didn't have anything on him. We gotta pocket the money. Yeah, he's obviously just killed by a bandit. You know how it is. I'll take care of Adam Asarchus, though. Like, that's the in-character answer. We don't learn as much about the world doing that. But it's an honest answer. So we're gonna go with that honesty.
What's this about?
I suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate than myself.
Yeah, alright. Well, I'm gonna break in your house later. And steal your book about eugenics. Bitch. For the sake of curiosity, though, of course you would go to that lighthouse and you question all that shit. Yeah, don't even have the option to question people about that shit anymore.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
The quest is over. Yeah, I believe what you say. I'll say nothing to the authorities. Oh, I guess it doesn't cut off the quest. Because I can just come and be like, man, he just tells you. Didn't even do any sleuthing. You're just like, dude, was this you? Like, look, I read the tax records. But, murder persists Vitellius. That fetcher, you're damn right I did him in, and a good thing, too. He was skimming a load of money from all us honest people, overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money around, showing off his new clothes and jewels, so I killed the bastard and left his body out there to rot, with all his ill-begotten gold still on him. And you can be like, sorry, but that's no excuse for murder or whatever the fuck. And he'd be like, well, I guess I'll have to fucking kill you, too. Doesn't seem really well thought out. But you're like, yeah, I believe you. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm like, well, it's the truth. They've been gouging us for years. The whole office is corrupt, I tell you. Once of these days, they'll get exposed. I swear it. Here, though. This was his rings. Looks like his woman gave it to him. She should probably have it. She wasn't to blame in all this. Oh. It is interesting to me that he's like, yeah, here, have this evidence, and just... like, give it to her.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
So I definitely broke the quest chain there. But you don't really, I guess, get the option to question about the murder after you just, like, fuck off about it. Oh yeah, you can seal that travel agent. Don't believe I've seen an Agarnian in such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Can't tell if it's like... you're kind of being a dick to me. Anyway. Murder of Processus Vitellius. I still can't believe he's gone. Processus ring. Oh, you found the ring I gave him. Thank you so much, Pondskipper. It's good to have something to remember him by, though I'll never see him again. Here, take this. He usually traveled with a couple when he was doing his job, but he didn't this last time. If only he had. Well, thank you. It'll keep me from dying.
I could kill that Gwar. Those boots are ruined. There's someone watching me.
Sorry about the Gwar. Some of the random shit that you overhear is pretty fucking hilarious. The Wraith's Wedding Dowry. Shall we have a story? The Wraith's Wedding Dowry by Voltha Grahryamwart, translated by Abthorn. The poets are right. There is something life-changing about being in love, said Kepkajna Grumminfang, sometimes called the Wraith. I haven't wanted to rob anyone or anything in weeks. Why, the other day I saw the door wide open at a wealthy merchant's house, but my mind was fully occupied with what I would wear on my wedding day. You've been out of the right society for very long now, fronted her friend Cargill approvingly. Always thought that, like, contradiction of terms seemed kind of interesting. Um, you never told me what happened to your first husband, you know, the one the shaman gave you. Torn apart by ash ghouls, smiled Kipkajna dreamily. It was rather saddish, but I know nothing like that would happen to Woodwarg. No life of adventure for him. He's practically an Imperial. In fact, he is one. Did I tell you how we met? Hundreds of times, grumbled Cargill, reaching for his flagon. He was your jailer, and he refused you food until you promised to marry him. Haven't you ever heard of anything so madly romantic in all your life? Sighed Kipkajna, and then grew serious. I was going to say that I hope my old friends will wish me well, but as old Bosriel used to say, there's no point in hoping for what cannot be. We'll leave with the Imperial Knights for Balmora immediately after the wedding, but as long as we're in Dagon Fell, the gang will find some way of disrupting my love life and bring me back to the light. I know it. As the days approached toward the Wraith's wedding day, there was certainly something sinister in the air that Kajna could smell when she was not transported by heady bliss. Dark figures seemed to shift in the shadows and disappear when she approached. She recognized the clothing of some beggars near Woodwarg's cottage as costumes, but the mendicants hurried away before she could recognize which of her old gang was stalking her. But these moments of apprehension were few. Kipkajna was truly happy, making arrangements for the ceremony to be performed at the very dungeon where Woodwarg had prisoned her. Her father was long since dead, and another victim of the Ash Ghouls. But her fiancé's commander volunteered to act in his behalf. Of course, Kipkajna had to supply her own dowry. She spent every last mark of her savings of ill-gotten gain to buy her beloved a truly wonderful present. The wedding was set for the stroke of midnight, as is Orc tradition. The handmaidens, wives of Imperial officers... And sorry you can hear me scratching my arm. I got an itchy there. The handmaidens, wives of Imperial officers, were busy sewing her into her gown of red velvet and fine gold filigree in the mid-morning. Dulcetta, one of the handmaidens, remarked that she'd heard that Kipkajna had bought Woodwarg a truly beautiful gift for her dowry. Let me show it to you, Kipkajna giggled, dashing from the room half-dressed to her hidden alcove. The present had been stolen. The women were horrified, but the Wraith found herself merely irritated, not surprised. This was truly the old gang style. They knew that a wedding ceremony without a dowry was marked as unlucky. She asked her handmaidens to finish dressing her quickly, while she pondered what the burglars would have done with her treasure. The whole region was honeycombed with secret lairs and abandoned sites thieves used to store their loot. There were obvious places, of course, but after much reflection, gonna take a sip, she thought of where she would put it under similar circumstances. Once the handmaids had finished, Kipkajna bade them to make certain that the ceremony went on as scheduled, and not to fret as she might be a little late. She wrapped herself in a shawl to protect her gown from the dungeon dust, and set off for the shrine of Malakath. The Wraith had never before attempted to rob one of her own friends, and though she was peeved at them for trying to ruin her happiness, she had no interest in hurting them physically. Her style was to avoid conflict, though she knew it would be inevitable. The lessons her mentor Cargill had given her had helped her avoid the lances and blades of guards and Imperial Knights over the years. Now she would see if they would allow her to survive a den of thieves and the unknown dangers of the shrine, without, most importantly, ruining her dress. The desolate place was so empty as she delved into it that she feared she might have made a miscalculation. It was not until she found the small room hidden in a long corridor that she knew that she was at the right place, and that it was well suited for an ambush. She grabbed the chest with her treasure within, and turned to face the assault. Two of her old gang, Yoram and Yorihi, the Redguard twin brother and sister, were outside the room as she came from the room. It was outside the door as she came from the room. They knew the Wraith better than to taunt her, and immediately attacked. Yoram struck out with a left thrust of his blade, while Yorihi sought to rush her. The Wraith neatly sidestepped Yorihi, while dropping her weight to her rear left leg. Sorry, I'm having, a little bit of trouble tracking. Shifting her right shoulder the left to slip past Yoram's strike. The twins crashed into one another, and Kipkajna passed swiftly on. Almost immediately, she was set upon by the Argonian Binyar, his mace whistling through the air at her head. They had never much liked one another. The wraith snapped into a duck, so the mace whacked against a tremendous clamor against the stone wall. Binyar was thrown off balance, giving her a few seconds lead, hurrying up the passage. Ahead she could smell the fresh night air. The last of her dowry's defenders was Soragath. Sometimes it's a bit hard to say these orc names, as you can no doubt tell. The last of her dowry's defenders was Soragath, an orc with whom she had shared a brief romance. It was he who Kipkajna knew had masterminded the theft. In a way, and in context, she thought, his devotion to her misery was rather sweet. At the moment, though, she was most concerned with avoiding his barbed axe that seemed ideal for breaking her dress, fine stitchwork in the flesh beneath. Bending her knees slightly, bobbing to avoid strikes to the head, weaving her head to confuse Soragth of her next move, shuffling her feet rhythmically, the wraith made an impossible target. She ducked inside his thrusts, sidestepped his swings, and then sidestepped his thrusts, and ducked his swings. As erratic as she tried to make her defensive moves, Soragth still kept pace with her, refusing to budge from his position at the dungeon outlet. Midnight was coming, and the wraith finally decided that she must end the confrontation. When Soragth swung out next, she sidestepped to her left, swayed down, and ducked her head so that the axe whistled over her right shoulder. In that instant, his right side was exposed, and she reluctantly smashed the chest hard into his torso. There was not enough time for Kipkajna to see if she had killed him or merely knocked him unconscious. In truth, she thought of nothing else but rushing to the wedding ceremony. At precisely midnight, Bodwarg and Kipkajna were united together. He was delighted with her dowry gift, a fine suit of armor that would make him the envy of other imperial jailers. Even more, he was enchanted by his wife's tale of retrieving it from the shrine of Malakath. Did it occur to you to put on the armor when you knew that it was an ambush? He asked. I didn't want to dent your present, she replied between kisses, and I certainly didn't want to wrinkle my gown. Yep, and it's worth 300 septims, but I'm going to leave it, because I assume it belongs to, you know, this lady, and she's already lost a boyfriend. Can we get up this fucking rock? Yes. My acrobatics is also shit right now, so... No! Aha! What? No! Oh. No! 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 Yes. Confuse E with space. I'm glad I got that on the second try, and this wasn't just like a montage of me trying to climb that fucking thing. So... I got some options. It's not that heavy. But there's weapons on it. And I can't use them, so I'm gonna go get rid of them. Barter. Take. Your gold, seller gold. I'll keep that stuff. I got it all fairs and squaresies. It's not stolen if I took it from somebody's grave. I'm just gonna sell that. Scroll of Hellfire seems useful. I don't know if the scamp takes those scrolls, because it doesn't accept...
I do enjoy a good...
every item. Just a lot of them. So I'm not gonna save it.
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna wait
stranger.
until I meet the scamp. Except for skooma. I'm definitely gonna hang on to skooma. I'm pretty sure he buys that. Because he sells skooma. He sells potions. I just don't think I can sell a moon sugar. Alright. So, in the hope that I'm not going to be assassinated in my sleep, weird thing to worry about, I know, but I'm going to save first. Okay. You just never know, is all. Anyway.
This is the end of you, Swit!
Mm-hmm. Cake. Oh, these are neat. I do like to steal certain items that are, like, interesting, just, like, assets in the game for eventual, hovel decorations. But, I don't want to get too carried away with my encumbrance levels. Okay, I'm gonna save again, just in case. I'm gonna lure him up here, because I don't want to risk getting the third boy up here. No! No, you die. Alright. And, weakness and magicka. What did you even do to me? Nothing. Actually, maybe if I removed this ring. Nope. You were really trying, but I guess it just didn't work out. Your corpse defies the laws of gravity, so I am going to dispose of your body. I do think it's interesting, even the random enemy NPCs, like... They're not just randomly spawned there. They have names, they're people. You have killed Tanisic Berethi. Dispose. Like, they're named NPCs. They had lives. The lives that you snuffed out. I'll be back for you guys.
This is the end of you, Swit!
Fucking die. Alright. So, take it. I managed to get all those shuriken. So, take all, take all, take all, take all, take all. Saber. There's another key. Delete it. Soul trap. Ooh. Open lock. Ooh, Tilbani bug musk. Interesting. And how are we doing on weight? That's bad. There is more in this cave. But I don't know if I'll really dig around, just for fear of, you know, fucking up. Go free. Unlock the slave's bracers. Get out of there, Badar.
May you walk on warm sands.
Yeah, man, you too.
The prey approaches.
You're welcome, buddy.
Speak quickly.
Be free! Alright.
So strange this place, far from the marsh.
And that's my first good guy deed. Okay. So I've done that. And I've made a decent amount of money. One of the things I don't like about this versus the Xbox version is that there's no ability to just toggle sneak. If you clicked in your right stick, it would just toggle sneak, but there's no equivalent control for that, which really sucks, because I would like to just hit control and not have to hold it the entire time I was trying to do things. Can you get out of here? I'm trying to fucking rob you people. Okay, and I will save scum this. Because, you know. Wow, was I too far? That was weird. Don't. What the fuck? What? Oh, the wrong one. What? I'm not gonna just waste a scroll. Let me resave that. It's just so I don't have to do it every time. Sick! Did not get caught. Okay. Time to steal everything. Now I can't steal everything. Everything. As much as I'd love to. Because I can't carry all that shit. So I'm going to take all the skooma. He'll wander up there. Ignore him. I'm just looking. I mean, yeah, the door was locked. I'm not supposed to be in here, but, like, just don't worry about it, you know?
What's this about?
I'm just trying to get past you. Go back downstairs. Take. 250 arrows, worth one apiece. I mean, I'll probably be back to rob the rest of this place eventually. Just gonna... Don't worry about my very inconspicuous pillows. Well, I've taken everything good
Let's
here
hear it.
anyway. I mean, I'm no thief. I don't think there's anything. I think these are just glass bottles over here. Yeah. The other members of the Census and Excise office, which I think there's, like, more quests involved here. Training. Yeah, I could get training from this chick. Background. Agent and Taxman. Huh. Imperial. Our civilization has brought peace and prosperity to all Tamriel. We place our faith in hard work, education, and discipline. We prefer free trade and diplomacy, but are not ashamed to use force. Latest rumors. At first it seemed the fuss about the Nerevarine prophecy was just silly superstition. Then I learned that the Dunmer have been waiting for Lord Nerevar to come back for centuries. The Incarnate, they call it. Every few years an Ashlander appears, and the tribes call him the Incarnate. Then the temple goes out, hunts him down, and reveals him as a fake. Why does the temple worry so much about it? Let's see. Give me advice. I'll read it if it's interesting. Otherwise, I'll just kind of scroll through. Okay, what's that? Seyda Neen. Oh yeah, there's this little balcony. That's where I came in. Alright. But I think the census office is, like, technically a faction, but it's one of those factions that either you can't join or it has, like, one level. So, it's not like the Thieves Guild or whatever, and there's tons of taxman
My
quests.
patience is limited.
Let's see. Eldafyre's house. Honestly, maybe I'll break into her house now. Aye, the humble Argonian. No, go on. Kargoth, don't snitch on me. You know this bitch has it coming. You, a short king, don't need to... Like, it's not what it looks like. Just wait an hour. Ah, damn it. Immediately fuck up. Just, like, go away. Alright. I'm equipped. I think it automatically unequips whatever the fuck I was holding, which is pretty annoying. Wait. 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 Fuck. I am gonna scum it, and I am gonna make you watch me do it. Ooh, itchy eye. Ah, fuck. Even if I have to re-equip the fucking lockpick each and every time. Get out of here. Damn it. Every time. It is a little bit harder, but it is possible to be able to, like, I mean, you saw. Like, there's a few times where, like, the little new icon or whatever the fuck shows up. Get out of here.
I suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate. What assistance do you need?
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I usually do. Or, I mean, all she really has is that fucking book. I'll come back to it later. Anyway. We have tons of contraband. I could take the Silt Strider, but I'm not gonna. Do love that sky. I remember being so amazed by, like, the dynamic weather or whatever the fuck. Like, back when I was a kid, just having a day and night cycle was pretty impressive. Games just couldn't be that physically complex. And then it's like, oh, fuck. And sometimes it rains, and sometimes there's different kinds of cloudy skies, and the moon moves around. Okay. Now, I just feel it's sort of in character for Pondskipper to want to get a lay of the land. Yeah, that was his pain voice. But, and you know, want to take a walk. Pelagiad. So keep going this way. Plus, like, as a kid, I couldn't understand a lot of directions, like east, west, that kind of shit. And it made navigating pretty difficult. Also, plus if I do this, cure paralyzation, health. It gives me the opportunity to pick flowers for the Mage's Guild quest. And I don't have to come back here. Or rely on random chance for it to drop it for me, or hope it's in certain inventories. I'm just gotta get that shit on the way. And Najira will think I'm so cool. I kinda love, like, your beginning friends that you make. I just like the idea of, like, me and Najira always remaining kind of pals. Because we banded together in our early Mages Guild days. We're still, like, high-fiving and doing schema occasionally. Alright, so here's Pelagiad. I'll be back here another time. But for right now, it's not necessary. I believe that there's, like, a couple people here that, like, once you progress to a certain point in the main quest, they might be sleepers. Like, possessed by Dagoth, or you'll see. And, all that. Ugh. Hungry. Back road. Amora. There's one of the moons, and I don't remember what both their names are. One of them is Secundus, which I think is just like second. Juno and Secundus. I can't really remember. I'm sure I'll find it in some book. Alright, so I think this is like an outlaw den. Alamusa. How much room do I got? Nah. Don't want to run in there. I think there's a quest item in there.
Die!
Well, fuck! Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to avoid. It's always a shock, even though it's like, of course he's gonna be fucking jumping you in the middle.
Die, Fetcher!
Ah, motherfucker. Yeah, see, he's got a dart. And he throws it at you, but I don't want to lose that dart. Granted, like... Ugh. Okay. So let's see if I'm out of my league. Probably am.
I have you!
Oh, fuck.
I have you!
No! Fuck. That was close. Yes. Let's give that another shot. They believe in us. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe I should do it from a distance. Like spark at you.
Now you die!
I think I might be out of my league. No! God, I should just use the fucking frostbite.
I have you!
Woohoo! Alright, healing potion. I'm just gonna go with the healing potion, because it's not like they're amazing healing potions anyway. Still very baby adventure. The robe does nothing, it's just for style points. I love that you can wear a billion layers in this game. Anyway, maybe I should hang on to it. Hearth heal. Respect. Okay. We're gonna say that's that. Iron short blade. Not worth anything amazing. I'm not carrying anything amazing either. I'm sure she's not the highest level character in here. Well, come on.
You should have picked an easier
Oh,
opponent.
fuck. This guy's gonna kill me for sure.
How does it feel to know
Oh.
death is near?
Pretty bad. Oof. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to kill his ass, I don't think. Not that we won't give it the old college try regardless. At least before we turn tail and fucking get the hell out of here.
Bested.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, there's no way. Oh my god, I'm so dead. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to beat this guy. Not at this level. Alright, well. That happens. Sometimes you have kind of a fruitless whatever. But now we know. Still not as bad as when I took this path when I was a kid and ended up walking right into a sleeper cave. Because you can wander the wrong way. Alright, she is a quest for us, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just trying to get the hell out of here. Gold can't. Did I get any stoneflower? I got willow anther. We need stoneflower petals, so I guess I gotta wander back a little bit. Could have sworn we got some. I guess not. Let me adjust this real quick. No, I guess I didn't. I'm glad I checked. Alright. I'm gonna head back towards the road instead of wandering. Ugh. No, I shouldn't run. Granted, it affects your cast, not your ability to hit. Firebolt. Oh my god, is it really all the way back here? Fuck me for forgetting. Oh, thank god. It's gonna take me 1,000 years to walk back. But I got my stoneflower petals. I bet you there was some ahead, then I could have just kept walking. I think it's actually just Heather and, like, Willow-Anther ahead, but... yeah, you know how it is. Conberry. This little guy in his little triangle hat picking berries. I cannot wait until I make a heal fatigue spell. And it's just like a little refresher. I don't have to walk constantly. Because even though it's not super fast, it's like better than the alternative. Alright, we see you. Let's walk. I guess it wasn't that far. But it felt like forever. Pelagia, bone more. So I guess the answer isn't go that way, but it certainly seems that way. But I think you do walk faster. Eternally praying that I'm right and there's no stoneflower petals. And that's just like a Quama mind. Quama mind. I just don't want to be left with nothing. Music changed and I thought I was being attacked. There is a good chance of cliff racers being around here. So I don't want to be, like, completely helpless. Especially given how low my magic is right now. Well, problems will be solved once we get a little bit of training in. Okay. So... this is where we're heading. Yeah, suck my dick. So... oh, looks like there's another one ahead. I'll kill you too, no worries. So when I was a kid, I went that way. And if you go that way, you eventually hit the cave that has a bunch of very high-level enemies in it. And definitely traumatized the shit out of myself doing that. It's like, you should be like level 40 or something when you do that crap. But I wandered in. Mora, Pelagian. Now granted, I could get an invisibility spell, wander in there, get some cool loot. But it seems like a bit much. There's Fort Moonmoth. And very close by to there's a Dwemer ruin. Well, we're not going to head to Belmora just yet. Fuck. Okay. So we're gonna coming back later, we're gonna need to go up there and cross a bridge and get into a ruin and all that fun stuff. But before we do that, did I go the right way? Did I somehow fuck up? No. I'm close. There's a nick sound in the distance. I think they're frost resistant. So I'm gonna go with Spark. In case it spots me. Or, no, that's a rat. I mistook the silhouette. Let's see. And of course there's Stoneflower right there. Okay. There we go. So there's this dead body we can find. A common occurrence in this game. Ernal Omeron. Note from Ernal. Seyda, here's your stuff. Sorry I couldn't stay and chat with you, but it's not always a good idea for me to hang around, you know? Ernal. And Seyda's skooma pipe. So, we'll get that. And let him keep his shirt and whatnot. Fuck. Well, I guess I'm just gonna run. And, hope that a guard kills you. And I see you coming. Or I just lose you. So I'm faster. I mean, they're not gonna give up. Oh wow, are they actually giving up? No. It's like, I think the AI is just persistent. Like, there's no like, oh no, I'm dying and I have to run away instinct. It's just like, kill! The moment I see you, it's on. So these guys will basically follow me forever. Until they get murdered. I'll go outside and they'll still be there. Yeah, see. Thank you. I do appreciate it, mister. Yeah. Rat. Rat meat. Regular old rat meat. Okay. So, I am in Belmora now. There's the temple, there's some other shit. All gonna be relevant to us in due time. Till then, I am going to take a bunch of shit. And, I can just kind of pilfer from the local crates. Nobody really cares, because no one in particular owns these. So it's just like, whatever. Free crate money. Potions will be very helpful to me, as a certain scamp friend that I have. Ooh, Steel Spark Scythe, long blade, two-handed. Yes, quite nice. There is a decent chance to get like randomly generated, pretty decent beginner enchanted items. Yeah, don't worry.
Go ahead.
I'm just rooting through crates. Take that. And this one. didn't you take the money? I didn't feel like it. Small potatoes. I'm just looking for enchanted shit right now. Or potions. I think there's just like food in those ones. The main meat tend to be in this alley. And I'm gonna mainly just go for bone mold arrow, not bad. Unenchanted ones too. That's a little unusual. Oh, cruel spark arrow. Very good. If I was an archer, I'd be overjoyed. I'd probably end up picking it up sooner or later anyway, as it is helpful to have a long distance kill things option that isn't magic linked. Take you. There are a few that are habitually empty or just have kwama eggs or whatever in them. Like every time. And there's a few that are just like maybe a variable option. Kaios Seyda's house is right there. I don't even have to go to South Wall and pretend like I don't know where it is. But I'm gonna ignore that for right now. Because I've got more important shit to do. Let's see. Unlock level 50. I don't think my security's good enough. Yep, I have a mere 5. So even with a master lockpick, I might not be able to do that. Hello, random NPC hole. She's a popper.
This scent is new.
I do love Argonians. I just love those lizards. Alright. Mage's Guild. Hi. Join Mage's Guild. What is Mage's Oath? I'm not going to read this because my throat's a little bit sore. But I'll leave that there for you so you can pause and look at it. Alright. Yes, I would like to join. Let's see. Little secret. Someone said Larius. Oh, sorry about the yawn. Someone said Larius Vara over at Fort Moonmoth is looking for you. Said he wanted to talk to you. Don't know what about. Yeah, probably wants me to kill people for him. Just a guess. So, duties. Let's see. I'm just gonna help her with all this shit first. Duties, mushrooms. Yes, we already did that. Mushrooms. Yes, here they are. Duties. Yes, here they are. Did I miss one? No, I never get the Hypophasia. Fuck. I'm gonna have to fucking go all the way back anyway. Ugh.
You want something?
I'm gonna
So
save
what do you
here
want?
because I'm hungry and I want to eat. So, I'm saving, I'm quitting, and we'll deal with this mushroom situation soon enough.